welcome the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, which has a simulated gearbox, which when you hit the red line, it does what it just did there, and it basically stops me from accelerating. Welcome to the channel. This is the new Hyundai Ioniq 5N, and N is a performance brand of Hyundai, and I'm here at Brooklyn Hyundai Seaford. Thank you to them for letting me film this video. Please give them a visit if you want to check out this car or any other cars. This is a really exciting car. This is a very, very fast car. We've got 650 PS, about 640 horsepower. You do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Let's test the acceleration in this. So let's see how quickly it does 0 to 60. We got the V-Bucks Performance Touch Pro, and let's go. So that was fast, 3.6 seconds. Do you think we could do it even faster? Let's go. And this is very fast, and they got the noise to go with it. And in fact, it was so noisy that I didn't even hear it beep. So we did it in 3.78 seconds. I've also done it in 3.6 seconds. So around 3.6 seconds seems to be what we're getting on this car. Here at the front, we have some big changes. So we've got this new N mask design, which is very, very cool. And then we have this contrast silver area, which is, well, it's kind of a little vents here with a red stripe in the middle, which is like a racing stripe, which goes all the way from the front to the back. Except for not over the paintwork in the middle, but you'll see it at the back of the car when we get to the back of the car. There's active air vents down here as well. And we've got the red strip at the bottom here, which adds to that sporty look and continues the theme, which is very, very cool. Some big differences here. So we've got these vents on the side of the wheel arches. We've got extended wheel arches, which have vents which allow air in for cooling the brakes, which is very, very much needed on this car. On the side skirts, we have the red stripe continuing, and then back here, it's got a red triangle design with the N logo. Design-wise, this car has really been improved, and it's 80 millimeters longer and 50 millimeters wider than the standard Ioniq 5, so it's a much more aggressive, bolder car. These tires were specifically designed by Hyundai and Pirelli. They're 21-inch P0 tires, and they've got the HN logo, which means they were designed to give that performance from this car. They also added acoustic foam into these tires to make it more quiet when driving, so you get less road noise, less vibrations, and it's a better ride. That's a really cool attention to detail that Hyundai have taken with the i5N. Here at the back, there are some big changes. First of all, let's talk about these rear spoilers. They're very aggressive, very sporty. There's also a triangular brake light in the middle, which is unique to the Ioniq 5N. And then we've got a camera there, which is actually for a rear view of the car. So when you're looking in your rear view mirror, you can see it with a camera. You don't need to use a mirror, which is cool. And then we've got a wiper here. Now the rear of the Ioniq 5 doesn't come with a wiper. Now it does. On the future models of the car, there's going to be a wiper on the back, and it is also on the i5N, which was a big request from Hyundai customers of a change that they wanted to see, and Hyundai have done that. And with a fog light down here in the middle, and then we've got the red stripe across the bottom here, or top of the diffuser I should say, which again continues that design from the front of the car. And then if you look at a bit more detail at the back here, you can also see the wider arch of the wheels. Have got an interesting design too, where we've got an arrow shape here, and then we've got this deflector which has got a checkered flag design. In the rear of the i5N, it's just as roomy and comfortable as the normal version is, except for there's a lot more sporty seats in front. We've got two USB Type-Cs in front of me here. We've got that checkered flag design in the center of the center console. We've got cool lit up rear speakers. We've got heated seats, of course, and we've still got the cool shades at the back here, so you can have the sun out of your face, although we don't want that now because it's quite dark in here, because we're in a showroom. We've got our center console, which goes down here with two cup holders, and these seats are very, very nice. Now you might be able to hear a grumble behind me, or around me I should say, and that's from the cool effects that this car makes when being driven, which I'm going to talk about in a second. The rear of the Ioniq 5N has lots of space, just like the original Ioniq 5. You got space, and there's a power supply here where you can put in your 12 volts, and it's got all of the space and features in the back that you would expect. And don't forget, this car has vehicle to load as well, so you can connect up your home appliances. Check out my previous video on the Ioniq 5 to see how that works. Inside the Ioniq 5N, there are some changes. The main changes that you will see and notice are this steering wheel, which I'm going to talk about in a second, and the seats. These seats are really comfortable and very good looking. They're bucket seats, not really aggressive bucket seats, but they definitely have the feel and look. They've got lots of support on the sides. They've got gaps at the top with the N logo that you could put a harness through. The only thing that frustrates me is that they're not electric, and that's one thing which lots of car companies are starting to do. They're making these really expensive, amazing cars with all the technology, but they're leaving the seats as manual. It's a bit strange. I guess racing cars have manual seats, so maybe that's why they're manual. But they are very comfortable and they look and feel good. And as you can see, I can rev the engine. And it lights up when we went to change gear, even though we're not in an actual combustion engine car. That's a very, very cool feature. And you can see up there in the corner, it also shows you the various settings here for your battery, for your suspension, and for your steering as well. And we've got our motor temperature here and our battery temperature. So very cool. So left button is our sports mode. It turns off stability control and traction control. You can see that here. And then our right button is a simulated noise. So if I turn that off, it stops. If I turn that on, it starts again. And then I can do that. Very, very fun inside this car. Are you worried about your online data? Well, I have a solution which means you don't have to worry at all. It's called Aura, who are the sponsor of today's video. Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me, which is a fantastic feature. You may already have one or two of these tools, such as a VPN or a password manager, but Aura has it all in one, and it's fantastic value. Aura is always working to keep you safe in the background so you can concentrate on other things which are more important in life. I value my privacy and I value your privacy. So go to aura.com/techinthecar for a free 2-week trial. Welcome to the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, which has a simulated gearbox, which when you hit the red line, it does what it just did there, and it basically stops me from accelerating. And I can change it down. We're in second gear now. This is a lot of fun, having a simulated gearbox on a car. Electric cars have for a long time been considered to be soulless, passionlessness, because, or have no passion I should say, because they don't have that sound. They're just fast for fast's sake. They're like a Hoover, right? They go quickly, but there's no passion to them. Well, you know what? The fact is, this is different. With its simulated gear changes and its simulated gearbox, this car is a lot of fun. And it really does make it stand out compared to all the other cars that I've driven. So we can have that simulated gearbox, which brings that passion and that excitement, which was maybe missing before, and makes you want to overtake people when there's no space. And that is a lot of fun because it just feels more like a real ICE car. It feels like a combustion car. And I have to be careful because I do catch myself saying that it feels like a real car. It feels like a normal car. Electric cars are normal. Electric cars are here to stay. They're not something which is gone and is never coming back. They're here. They're of vital importance to us because they are the future. But just because they're the future doesn't mean they can't be fun. Why can't we have these cool gear shifts? Why can't we have that excitement? And this car has all of those things in abundance. And now it's faster without the artificial gear changes, without the Redline artificial limit, than it is with. That is not a debate. But there's something just addictive about hitting that. Just like on a combustion car, there's something addictive about hitting those gears and changing down, which you can't get in other electric cars. But ultimately they've created an EV which sounds like and drives more like a traditional car. That's the Ioniq 5N here at Brooklyn Hyundai in Seaford. Please visit them if you want to see this car or any other Hyundais. They're really nice and knowledgeable, and they've got lots of cars. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy me revving this electric car engine with abandon like it's a Ferrari. And please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more on Tech in the Car. See you soon. Thanks for watching.